Look at them. Just watch for a moment. This one pushes his triangle chariot, led by guides of half its size, while followed by another who leans back as it leans into this malleable plane. The other is joined by a satellite beast, an orbiting form that never strays more than a few paces. Another beast leads two more of these beings, turning to ensure they are not falling too far behind as it traverses the sands. What are they here for? They are calling out, projecting expressions with their movements, but what are they saying? Who do they mean to communicate with? Are they speaking to me? Things seemed to go on as normal when they first arrived. These beings who entered the world with so little fanfare and next to no acknowledgement, almost as though they were just a missing piece of this divine equilibrium. My choice to refer to them as beings is deliberate phrasing. The word is simply the gerund form of the verb to be. It is finite and momentary, just as they are. To be is a temporary state, one characterized by and limited to a certain time and a certain place. Much like these beings. To avoid monotony and repetition of a term I have already worn into the ground, I will call them, as I always have, sunrises. This is an obvious reference to their diurnal lifestyles, a critical facet of their existence, as I have learned that they must absorb radiant energy in order to fuel their speech and dance. These sunrises glide carefully across the planet's protrusions, singing poems and perplexities to their celestial giant through clumsy, thumping feet. This language of movements, pit-pat slides and thung-thung-thungs, seems to be ritualistic to them, something so metronomic and practiced that it comes without prior contemplation. As they express their wants, fears and intentions through their rubber-clad appendages, their satellite beasts survey the land, reporting back with the dead and dried limbs of flotsam. These artifacts, these treasured maps of time, although soaked with the experience of so many cataclysms, are insignificant to the sunrises. Most often, they ignore the gifts of the beasts, passing by, lost in their continuous conversation. Or tossing them away with force and effort in a violent display of nonchalant indifference. The sunrisers do, however, appear to be absolutely intent on collecting shards of fractured mountains, minuscule peaks and topographies of epochs past, but little care for the weight of their burden. They fill the voids in their form with these stones, consuming their knowledge and feeding off their unchanged nature with the belief that it might be possible to absorb some fraction of their permanence. An amusing and futile consideration. Aside from their inherent dread of mortality of their condition, two of their greatest phobias are damp cotton and the discomfort of entropy. In spite of this, the sunrisers stray dangerously close to the hot turmoil of the sea, sometimes daring an entrance into its boiling salt, hypnotized by the continuous and all-encompassing drone of transparent collisions. Their beasts, on the other hand, seem to have no regard or worry of the water, submerging themselves to retrieve the refuse of their bipedal compatriots. Although I have no intention to interact or associate with the sunrisers in any communicative capacity, I'll happily play viol to the humdrum of their existence. It seems an eternity that I have been watching their flaws, their movements through the space and their interactions. I have seen them cross the stones and sand through countless cycles, moving in their regimented patterns time and time again, bound to the land. The way they constantly divulge their every thought into the ground may once have been clear to me, but it has been a long time since I was able to understand their language. There is something about this place, this perpetual beach, that amplifies their words, a magnification of their sweet resonance. The silly little things, I can hear them as they shake their granules beneath their feet. What response do they hope to receive if they only listen to the sound of their own voices? The sunrisers swing their arms sanguinely, dancing and chanting in the rhythm with each other, the beasts and the waves. Caught up in the merriment and melancholy and adoration for their earth. Yet naive to my echoed love song.